I think I actually started moving in the direction of working with couples when I was an undergraduate in college. I was working for a crisis center, so like a suicide hotline, right? And I started out as a volunteer, and then after a period of time as a volunteer, I actually moved into one of the administrative positions. And part of my role was just keeping track of like the reasons that people called, right? So that we could tailor our trainings. And I kept track of these calls on a monthly basis and would summarize them and present them to the team. And month after month after month, and I did this for a couple of years, every time the leading reason that people were calling the crisis center was relationships. Something was going on in a relationship had ended, or they were struggling in a relationship. And when I thought about what I wanted to do for my career, right? You know, what I was most wanting to do was the thing that would do the most good. Like, how can I do the most good in the world? And as I continued to like gather this information and gather this data and see it over and over and over again, how clear it was and how clear it became to me that relationships are really the source of both our greatest happiness and our greatest pain. It became clear to me that like, if you're gonna do something worthwhile in the world, it's gonna have to be with people's relationships. And so when I started looking for a PhD program, I started looking for folks that were studying relationships. And I ended up finding a place in the lab of Neil Jacobson and also working with John Gottman. So as I got my PhD, I was lucky enough to be able to work with a couple of the leaders in the field of relationship therapy. And I learned a lot from both of them. And I think that what ultimately became clear to me was that there's just so much more to do.